Okay, so today we have a quick unboxing for the latest Enclave sets from Modiphius for Wasteland Warfare. We have the Tesla and the Soldier set. Both are power armor sets. So let's go ahead and just crack in. I say these are pretty much the last sets, I think, to make it out of England before a whole bunch of the new changes to shipping restrictions and everything to do with Brexit. So we'll have to see how the delay is in shipping from here on out. So these are all looking good. A couple have popped off of the sprues, but as we've seen in our previous stuff, that's not unusual at all. These are on 32mm bases, so the slightly larger ones. Let's see what we've got here as far as details go. Well, look at a little Nuka-Cola truck there. So that's the only real bit of detail other than some rocks and stuff. This is your standard Enclave power armor, plasma rifle. As we've seen in the previous sets, these are pretty clean. I'm not really seeing any mold lines, because this line along here is actually part of the model. A little bit of grime there. That'll come off when I clean all of these. As with all resin miniatures, I recommend soaking and cleaning them in warm water and soap, just to get rid of any release agents. Looking for... I'm not seeing any flash at all, so these are nice and clean. And then one that had some pieces pop off. Again, looks like a little bit of dirt maybe in the filter holes in the helmet. It might be a little hard to see. Let's see if we can't improve that. But yeah, there's little dark marks there and there. It might just be due to the depth, but a little cleaning will fix that up. And we're flashing on the helmet. Another plasma rifle here. Again, very clean. Not seeing any lines or flashing up. Maybe a little tiny bit there. Yeah, just a little bit. That might even have come off during cleaning. Ah, and there. There we are. Our usual culprits. You want to look around the arm joints, the shoulder pad joints, knee plus spots, and anywhere around the groin where the legs meet. You can produce some flashing, but yep, nothing major though. Like I said, most of that will probably come off in cleaning. As far as details, looks like a broken wine bottle, and then this bit of probably floor or ceiling of a building. We've got rebar and concrete just kind of laying on the ground. So that'll be interesting to paint up, mix in that metal with the bricks and everything else. So that's pretty cool. Next up is our Tesla set. Again, the same size bases, pretty much the same setup, and these are unique poses as opposed to the ones that come in like the core set from what I can tell. I'll pull out my core set models after I assemble these to compare, but these should be unique poses and bases so that everything looks nifty. Now, with this we have one guy with the plasma rifle, but we have another guy with a heavy laser, and it's the old style heavy laser, so it's nice to see some differences there. Definitely some flashing on this because of all the extra bits that show up. On the Teslas, there's a much more chance of lines sticking and everything, so some of it may come off when cleaning, because I take a toothbrush, a stiff bristled brush kind of thing, and scrub it down to make sure all the release agent's gone. So I'm betting a lot of this will come off, but definitely the Tesla cables and nodules are producing much more flashing than the regular guys. So also, in fact, you can even see just on the sprue, maybe the mold itself was loose. That's really odd. And then we've got these little, that needs to be trimmed off. Okay, and then on here, some kind of piece of metal, I guess. Not really recognizing what that is. Hard to tell. It's got like a hinge with a pipe coming off of it. So probably like some piece of the building or whatnot, but that'll make it a little different. And then we've got our old school Gatling laser from Fallout 3 and New Vegas. So you can kind of get a look at that. Much more boxy, doesn't have that more sleek, cool look that the one from Fallout 4 has. I have the backpack that's actually the power supply for it, I'm guessing. Interesting. It doesn't have a connection piece to it, so that's a little odd. Again, a bit more flashing on this guy than on the previous models. So I'll take some cleanup after I run it through the sink. And then on the base, we've got a chain with a hook. So it's pretty interesting. Give it a bit of flavor. These are definitely different bases. Yeah, and this guy, there's not even another model with this Gatling laser. So that's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get these assembled then. After giving them a bit of a clean and see how they look then. Alright, so we are back with the assembled models. So let's go ahead and look at our basic ones first. So these are the soldiers, both equipped with plasma rifle. As you can see, looking pretty good. Pose is pretty nifty. I kind of like how the plasma rifle hangs off the base like that. And this guy's got a nice kind of lean back firing pose going on. It kind of conveys that action into the model quite nicely. Then our first Tesla one, you can see all of those ridges and bumps and Tesla stuff. He's also got a plasma rifle, looks like he's bearing down on someone. And then the one everyone really wants to see, I bet, is this guy with the Gatling laser, classic Fallout 3 style. So he looks pretty nifty. Backpack. Definitely a heavy weapons guy. Very cool looking. Overall, as I noticed on the sprues earlier, these guys had a lot more flashing to clean up. I'd say a fair amount of it came off in the cleaning process, but there were still a few spots to check and clear. These guys were perfect. I think I may have found one or two very small pieces that had to be cleaned, but they were quite easy to do. But yes, overall, these are, as always, excellent models, and I look forward to trying out some Enclave forces.